And finally tonight, no Republicans allowed. We've got discrimination in the House of Representatives, that is. Yeah, you've heard of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Got to change the name now. It's the Congressional Democrat Hispanic Caucus. Mayra Flores, Republican from Texas, was barred admittance to this exclusive club. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, she's in Congress and she's Hispanic. And you know, the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, which was founded in 1976, used to include members of both parties. They were there just sort of working together, looking out for the interests and maybe specific issues that Hispanic Americans might hold near and dear to their hearts. It was just 5 members back then, but it was a more innocent time. Now it's all Democrats. And every time a Republican tries to join the caucus, they're denied. There's like 12 Hispanic Republicans right now in the House of Representatives. They're not allowed. Now, this isn't just about Mayra Flores, because sure, fine, say no, keep her out. But look at the ticket coming up in next Tuesday's election. Look at the various women who are of Hispanic origin running for office. You've got Mayra Flores, yes. You've also got Monica de la Cruz running for Congress. She looks like she's going to win. You've also got Cassie Garcia. We just had Ms. Garcia on the program earlier this week, and she looks like she's doing very well in her Texas race. Yesli Vega is making national news, running in Northern Virginia. Yesli Vega, also from an immigrant family, law enforcement, military veteran. Looks like she's doing really well. She might win as well. It doesn't end there. Catalina Lauf is also running as a Republican for the House of Representatives. She, of course, has legitimate Hispanic roots, and she could very well join this caucus as well. What about Ana Paulina Luna, also running as a Republican, also identifies as Latina, not Latinx, by the way. All 6 of these wise Latina women are on their way to victory, and they could very well be petitioning to join the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Can they really keep them all out? Can they really stand in the doorway and say, nope, your kind isn't welcome here? Here's the interesting thing. The Congressional Hispanic Caucus is no longer really representative of Hispanics in the Congress, let alone Hispanics in this country. We've been talking about this on this program for weeks now. Poll after poll after poll shows that Latino voters in America are moving more and more to the right. They're more and more conservative. They're registering and voting more and more Republican. Now, how long can the Congressional Hispanic Caucus only be represented by Democrats? They need to actually represent Hispanics in this country, don't they? Don't they have to have just some voices at the table that says, you know, not all Latinos think this way. In fact, not all Latinos want to be called Latinx by some white college professor in Harvard who's decided that for representative purposes, Latinos are no longer Latinos or Latinas, they're Latinx. That's one of the reasons why Republicans are winning the Latino vote right now. So yeah, we're going to have Salvadoran Americans, we're going to have Cuban Americans, we're going to have Mexican Americans, we're going to have Venezuelan Americans and Colombian Americans, Puerto Rican Americans. Well, Puerto Ricans are Americans even without being Puerto Rican Americans. They're all going to be there. They're all going to be having a voice, a conservative voice, but they won't be represented by the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. All right, so we got 3 options here. The CHC can swallow their pride and say, okay, we'll let these Republicans in, but just mind your manners and keep your mouth shut and don't mention Donald Trump, whatever you do. That's one option. They might do that. Or all of these Republican Hispanic members of Congress could form their own caucus, right? You got your Congressional Liberal Hispanic Caucus, and now we'll have our Congressional Conservative Hispanic Caucus. And there, you got your 2 wings of the Hispanic community represented. Or, and I'm just spitballing here, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I know this is going to be crazy talk, but maybe, just maybe, all of these members of Congress, whether they're part of the Congressional Black Caucus or a Congressional Asian Caucus or a Congressional Hispanic Caucus or a Congressional Mesopotamian American Caucus, maybe all of them should just focus on representing their constituents, their voters, regardless of their race, regardless of their ethnic origin. How about they just focus on being representatives of the district that voted for them? And if you really want to caucus, caucus by party, so you can agree on all of the principles and values that you share that have nothing to do with your skin color. Just kidding, that's crazy. That's it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. In the meantime, I'll see you on the radio.